and thank you so much for joining me today. It is such a beautiful, beautiful Monday. I know things have been really shitty the past few weeks, but I feel there is a shift coming. A shift is taking place, and things are fixing to get so much better. So, let's go ahead and see what we have for this week's forecast. We'll start by clearing out any negative energy that is in the room. We are once again using the Spirit Keepers Tarot Vitruvian Edition by Mademoiselle. I love these cards. This is going to be my go-to cards for the weekly forecast. So get used to them. They are amazing. So let's go ahead and get started. See what Spirit has for us this week. One over to the side. Okay, Spirit, what do you have for us this week? Today is Monday, September 16th. All right, there we go. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. Okay, card number 1. We're going to take the card that jumped out. This is the Spirit that is going to be most present with us this week, and it is the Empress. This is the unconscious feminine and the spirit who springs forth your productivity. Poetry, the arts, your creativity, and the prophecy of your path to realizing the Holy Grail are what this spirit brings. Push your creativity to its limits, and there you will realize your personal greatness. The Empress appears to those who are on the verge of producing a work of worthy admiration. The magic of the Empress transforms your hopes into reality. A divinity of universal love is present in your life path, and the Empress appearing to you is the affirmation you need for acknowledging that presence. The Empress is your connection to the primordial divinity of Earth. This is your ancestral mother calling, and in divination, Key 3 affirms an offering to you of abundance, fruition, and the material resources you need to thrive. Her crown symbolizes Musica Universalis, the harmony of the spheres. The constellations are a form of music, a harmonic of mathematics and the Holy Spirit. When Key 3 appears, you are being called to conduct the harmony of the spheres. The spirit of music, math, and the Holy Spirit will work through your two hands. In the foreground, a swan guards the Empress Mother's scepter, the swan being an emblem of Venus, symbolic of poetry, the arts, and creativity. The orb atop the scepter is reminiscent of the alchemical symbol for salt. Placed before the swan are raspberries, symbolic of fertility. The single knotted button on the Empress's mandarin collar is also reminiscent of a raspberry, a fruit that has been with us since prehistoric times. The raspberry symbolizes the heart of the Messiah. It flows with the red juice of compassion. Raspberries possess the spiritual power to ward evil. Irises hang from her ears. The iris symbolizes the balance of power and wisdom, and thus symbolic of the divine mandated right to sovereignty. A dragonfly, a symbol of self-actualization, masks her true identity. She is an encoded revelation of the Holy Grail. The swan and scepter are fenced in by an ambulance of golden grain. She is the giver of plenitude, emanating of Ceres or Demeter. She can manifest as the Empress Mother of the West. Deep green waters in the distance are symbolic of how humankind evolved from algae blooming in the seas. In the background, behind her right shoulder, is the resting alchemical pelican. Only by blood, sacrifice, and resurrection comes the fruition of the great work. Gloria Mundi is the muse for poets, writers, artists, and musicians. The Empress also embodies the spirit of rhetoric. She wields the art of persuasion. This is the mother of thousands, who wears a crown inscribed with the 12 signs of the zodiac, a tribute to Orania, and the seal of a lotus blossom with 3 orbs symbolizing the Holy Trinity and the 3 pure ones. Orania is the daughter of Zeus, granddaughter to Uranus, and the divine feminine personification of the Supreme One. This is also the card of prophecy and soothsaying through the study of stars and celestial configurations. Card number 2. What is in my highest interest to make this week's priority? Sacred fire. Above the celestial lights is an incorruptible flame, always sparkling, the spring of life, the formation of all beings. This flame produces all things, and so states the Chaldean oracles of Zoroaster. This is the root of the powers of fire. When spiritual alchemy of fire is about to materialize in your world as a creative project, a venture of innovation, entrepreneurship, passion project, or career development. This is the prophecy of an exciting new adventure. The Ace of Scepters is the awakening stage of your path to achieving the magnum opus. Alchemically, the Ace of Scepters corresponds with sulfur. The color associated with the Ace of Scepters is yellow, symbolizing the transmutation of silver into gold, or the yellowing of lunar consciousness. Through the presence of sacred fire, you realize your own inner solar light. When the Ace of Scepters appears, it signifies your spear of destiny, that which will manifest your courage and audacity. Illuminate your mind with the pursuit of higher knowledge. Foster creativity and willpower so that you will have the ability to innovate. Infuse all that you do going forward with more passion and more zeal. And card number 3. What do I need to be mindful of and prepare for? Sacred Cinnabar. This is the root of the powers of air. When spiritual alchemy of air is about to materialize in your world as intellectual property, achievement of glory, social advancement, or that which shall become memorialized in written form, documented. The Ace of Swords is the card of actualization in alchemy. It is the realization of your magnum opus, ready to enter physical form. Alchemically, the Ace of Swords corresponds with Mercury. Cinnabar is refined mercury in a brilliant scarlet form, hence the alchemical phase name rubedo, associated with the element of air. When sacred cinnabar appears to you, glory and success is imminent. The elements of your great work have come together and consummated. All that you have worked hard for shall culminate in attainment. The sparks for victory and conquest have ignited around you and for you. The masterpiece shall be complete. When the Ace of Swords appears, the message is this: the deed shall be done.
Yet the Ace of Swords is not victory itself. It's the foretelling of victory while itself is presented to you as a challenge. You have to accept the challenge to achieve the promised victory. Cinnabar is the key to producing the Philosopher's Stone, mythologicalized to resemble a ruby. In medieval Chinese alchemy, cinnabar was believed to be the critical ingredient in the elixir of immortality. When cinnabar is heated, it produces quicksilver or mercury. Above to the sword's right is a palm leaf symbolizing victory. To its left, red hollyhock for ambition, and thus cinnabar is the stone of victory and ambition. The Ace of Swords appearing in your reading is such a talisman for ensuring your victory and a prophecy that your ambitions are to be consummated. Courage and strength are the final measures to produce sacred cinnabar. The Ace of Swords is the quality of enforcement.
By combining the cards in this week's weekly forecast, we come up with the I Ching of Cayenne, ruling a splendorous kingdom, bestowed with the graces of heaven and furthering the endeavor towards greatness. You are a pioneer. You wield both creativity and perseverance. Take pause before you proceed on your endeavor. Do not act on impulse. Instead, be receptive to the directive power of heaven over you. You want to be assured of your course of action before you proceed. Once you are assured of your course of action, act swiftly, firmly, and with conviction. Sublime success shall be yours. Wow, how amazing is that? From the very get-go, I said that there was a shift taking place and that things were going to start getting better. Your creative juices are flowing. Put them into action. You have your thoughts, you have your ideas. Sit down. The I Ching says make sure this is the right thing to do. Once you confirm that this is what you really want, put it into action. Manifest your dreams. Bring prosperity into your life through these creative projects. Start your business. Develop your website. Put together a marketing plan. Create your products. Mix your oils. Bake your goods, whatever it is, build your house, whatever it is that you are wanting to do, your dream, and dream big. You don't, it doesn't, or small, big or small, either one, both are fine, but put your dreams into action, make them a reality, get to work. I'm telling you, the universe has your back. Go for it. You got this. I hope that this week's forecast has resonated with you and will help lead you and guide you through this week. If you would like a more detailed reading, please go to my website at www.conjureknits.com. I offer phone readings, video readings, and chat sessions. Just click on one of the links at the top of my website. I'll talk to you guys soon. Love you bunches.